Anything I can do for you?
Yes?
We're free and clear for flight.
Been stationed here for years now, and I'm always finding something new.
Having a good one?
Every time I get near mast, I think they're gonna arrest me. There's a code there. Get him, boys.
Had a question? Okay, didn't see that one coming. No need to say any more. I know what it's about. He's convinced he deserves a promotion, which to him means a transfer, a command post, maybe a new ship and a big office. Do you know him well? What do you think of him? Fair enough. Clearly patience isn't his strong suit. I thought the constant stream of messages was a bit much, but if he's gonna be sending people here... All right, I received some good advice from someone in the Vanguard recently, and I'm gonna run with it. I'd like you to deliver this message to Bastion on my behalf, the full authority of Vanguard leadership. He's gonna be the first and only recipient of a new commendation. Quite an honor. I hope he appreciates it. Please, give him my regards. MASS is short for Military Administrative and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the three co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense. Now, serving... Understandable. Not something I'd ever choose for my...
Keeping the skies safe out there?
cool spacesuit.
Let me know if I can help you. Got a call someone's power kept going out. You know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg.
Security's doing a lot down here. Except actually helping the people.
You don't need to wear your helmet in here. You know that, right? If my shift goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me.
Useful.
Or lunch, or dessert. It's all food. How are things going?
Day will start. I'm not gonna be stuck in this place for long. Uh-huh.
There are always about a million things to do.
Against the trade authority. So it is widely speculated that the trade authority is...
I hope Aquila...
That tree's as big as the rock.
Have you paid a visit to Miss Kessler in Aquila City? Yes, of course. I'll see that it is returned to her in one piece. Well, perhaps minus a few shavings. Now, I just need a moment to analyze this and synthesize an audio response to our friend here. Right, so we'll feed in a sample. Now the program will incorporate the genetic and chemical makeup of the sample, extrapolating the size and structure of the original tree. This was put together rather hastily, so complete accuracy is impossible, but I'm hoping it's enough. And there it is. Our best hope for a positive solution to this mess. So, we now have a simulated response to our tree. An excellent question. I have been wondering myself. I've been forced to listen to this SSNN kiosk chatter incessantly this entire time. I think it could be put to... We don't have time to go through the proper channels. I have no doubt that you will.
SSNN is supposed to be impartial, but I think the UC's got a finger on the scale there. Or a whole hand.
You certainly get around. I'm surprised that branch has any customers left. The number... But I thought the Rangers had finally met. I heard there was a standoff. That... I'd say I'm surprised, but this is... What happened to the robbers? The Shaw gang? Oh, that's a nice change of pace. The Rangers... These things are often... messy. That's really good news. You were there. You were involved. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile rob... Huh. That's really good. Stories like this always fire up. Thanks for the interview.
If you ever find yourself with a hot lead, we will do our best to protect your end.
To challenge your instincts and hone those corporate skills? Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow. Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Galbank. Can you smell the rampant capitalism?
Warning. Criminal activity in this area.
The colony war. No winners there, just orphans and mourners. They have mixers for expats at the embassy every now and then. Only place you can get some good old Aquila City beer.
Unless you've got embassy business, I suggest you mosey along.
Unless you have embassy business, I suggest you move along.
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down. I can hardly believe that worked. I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward. And you have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board. You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis, though they don't know it.
Gorgeous weather today, huh?
Oh, working at the embassies is always a nightmare, but you can't beat the pay rate.
And/or imprisonment, and is a clear threat to public safety.
How are you?
ask me, the real New Atlantis is down here. Yes, you did. You know how I know? The rain cloud over your head is all but gone. Here, for your hard work. With a Lady Locke back on my side, I expect the business to be less bust and more boom. And let us never speak of those accursed woods ever again. Personally, I think daylight. Take your time. I got all day. You need something else? I'll be here. I got contacts. Absolutely. Watch your back out there. Happy to make a deal. You need stuff? Absolutely. Hey, take it easy. I flew my first...
starship. It was
I bet Cora's already finished a pre-flight checklist. That's my girl.
Liftoff looks good. All systems nominated. Retros firing. Orbit stabilized. Jump complete. Normal propulsion restored.
Civilian vessels are allowed to dock at Deimos Star Yard.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Captain, greetings.
When humanity finally left the cradle of Earth behind,
Welcome to Deimos. This is the heart of the UC.
If it weren't for Deimos, the Freestar Collective would be safe and secure. They make a hell of a warship.
What do we have here? A civilian in my star yard. Deimos prides itself on being the UC's first and last line of defense in space. But we're more than happy to protect an armed foe. Anyone that flies in space earns my respect. Heck, an independent maybe even braver. You don't have a fleet at your back when the... So, let's see about getting you a proper ship. One worthy of you. Excellent. I think you'll be more than satisfied. Yes, they are. I flew my longsword in 43 combat missions. It never once failed me. That's what you get with Deimos. Our ships have been battle-tested for decades longer than anyone else. I've had a long and successful military career. Deimos starships have played a major part in it. In fact, I'm sure that if I flew any lesser starship, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now talking to you. That's what Deimos affords you. The confidence to go soaring into the fire, the death, and know that you will make it out alive. Suppose I do in a way. The excitement of barreling to... When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military contractor.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories. They're a true
If you want to
piece
survive
of
out
history.
there, you've come to the right place.
No other ship can hold a candle to a Deimos. It's not even close.
You should be honored to step foot in here.
Enjoy your stay.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived.
This is where I belong.
Hello.
Something you need?
Maybe another time. You look well. Yes. All right. No, I don't. I only ask as many questions as I... No. Whatever that thing was. I've seen skeletons the size of starships, buried in sheetrock. And once I was part of a job that unearthed an entirely new species of cave-dwelling insects. You never know what your... Rocks are good at keeping... Don't hold grudges, Dusty. I sent you to do the job I was paying you for. Running into strange things... I never considered anything else. My parents were miners too. Longest I've spent... I prefer to keep my boots full of dust and my pockets full of... Very well.
loose.
This place is just dripping with that good old United Colonies flavor. I'd hate to live my whole life in a bubble. We still haven't really came on.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
Not many places older than Aquila. This. Old stories, old planet.
Mars isn't for everybody.
Surrounded the bank, and thus began a long, tense standoff. The Ranger, Good Samaritan, to apprehend and arrest the gang without bloodshed. Miraculously, there were no civilian casualties. An eyewitness said that it was remarkable.
Don't worry. We're gonna make sure you get that job. Trust me, this is the best shot we've got at getting that request approved. Okay, now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in. Believe me, if you knew Tia, you wouldn't worry. I'll be honest, she's so overworked and behind in it. That's a good point, though. That should get her to... I happen to know that the HR director, Tia, and the other women in the office tend to go to the Broken Spear for happy hour at 5 every evening. That's your window of opportunity. That's the spirit! Believe me. By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour, and loud. Surprised everyone doesn't know her password, honestly. Anyway, should be...
Go for it.
Sometimes mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants?
We're gonna make sure, and I can say that I've got some good news for you. I just saw the company message go out that you've been hired. They won't. I'll tell you a little secret. No one really cares too much. I'm not saying anyone's bad at their job, just that everyone's too busy and overworked. Seriously. Next step should be easy. Just go to work for Peter, and when you get access to his terminal messages, you'll see my request. All you've got to do is approve that request, then we can get that new equipment.
Do yourself a favor and just go.
Wasn't clear enough last time. Are you now? Tell me, how many missions do you have under your... Ah, still too green for...
Not supposed to talk to you.
The community center on P1 is a good place to connect with others. North.
Red and orange.
Do you work for me? It's hard to... Oh, you're fine. Good. Now, let's make... You look a bit different. No, now I remember. They told me you were a strong candidate for this job. Well, enough chit-chat. Not quite. I need you to do something. I'm expecting a personal shipment. I'm not sure why, but the last time this happened... Now, run up. What's in the shipment? A good assistant knows it's not their place. Mediocre assistants get... You know what? Also, I don't quite remember. I don't know. At first, I thought I had multiple assistants that rotated. I believe my last assistant was supposed to get me some coffee, but never came back. I could, but we'd be wasting valuable time. do they cover nothing in orientation anymore? Anyway, it's not important. Your job is easy. You do what I ask. All right, no assistant. I keep forgetting. Have a good one.
Just because the governor's office is right there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
I tell you, Sidonia's a great place to open up a business. We've really been booming lately, despite what the news media's been reporting. Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street. What can I do for you? Something important, huh? Well, lay it out for me. Considering I don't really know you, I'm not sure how to answer that. But Sidonia is a if you have mining experience, you may wish to check with whoever, or maybe check with the If those aren't your speed, then they're... You mean besides being the most important city of industry to our proliferation across the galaxy? Well, this is the home of Deimos Star Yards, which perfected grav drive technology and made honest to... And to this day, we may not outshine... Well then, you've been quite busy making a name for yourself, haven't you? Oh, it's okay. You can drop the act with me.
Whoa, there, that was years ago, and I paid my debts. Oh, you're talking to her.
Son, I don't even know who you are. Haven't gotten that far yet. So look, I admire a go-getter like yourself. You're not in trouble unless you make trouble. And I don't think you're the type. I know you're not really Mr. Brennan's assistant. I don't know exactly what you're up to, but I have little reason to suspect you're up to no good. So let's cut to brass tacks. What can I do? Oh, I know exactly what happened to that shipment. However, I suspect Mr. Brennan neglected to tell you that I'm holding it due to his immense backlog of unpaid taxes. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll release that shipment for you. But I'm going to need a favor first. See, my personal spacecraft was stolen, likely by Crimson Fleet pirates. I need someone to find it. Then I need that someone to destroy it. Well, this is a tricky situation indeed. Not to get bogged down in details, but assuming this is the work of pirates, it's best to destroy the ship and everybody on board. Makes it cleaner for insurance purposes. Then we have an agreement. I'll send you to the ship's last known location. Remember, not a word of this leaves this room.
Sometimes it feels like the USC forgets we're out here. But there'd be no UC if it hadn't been for Mars.
Take your time. Hey, you looking for anything in particular? Cool. That's what we do here. See you around.
Am I in your way? Sorry.
I heard they found another new freshwater deposit in one of the mines. So much better than paying those ridiculous import prices.
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis.
We've never met in person, but she's still one of my best friends. Joy and Horace? I think they get along well enough. Sure, they argue, but that's a good thing. Disagreement's healthy. Not to get all sappy, but it's been 20 years. But it still makes my brain a bit sore. Just never got to... See ya.
Sidonia's not so bad.
Ah, you've returned. What can the Lord? Have a blessed day.
Please remain 2 meters away. A qualified supervisor may change my directives.
I could really use an Erderbrow right now. I hear ya. It's such a generic beer, but...
Hey! Haven't seen you around. Huh. Must have missed... Name's Mitch. I'm just a guy who lives here in the Lux condos. I'm always looking to... I love having people to hang out with and watch movies, talk about books, play games. That's great. It can get a little lonely in Sidonia. Anyway, I don't want to keep you, but I figured I'd ask. If you happen to know anyone with a ship, I've been looking for some help. You can send my way if they want to make a... What's that supposed to mean? But just because I look like I couldn't bench press a stick of... Nah, just kidding. I got some issues that prevent me from work. I was offered an experimental treatment, and unfortunately, but it's okay. Well, I don't have the kind of money to pick up and leave. And otherwise, yeah, I get some credits every month, but besides, I share my... I feel like it's better to spend it now. Create good... Bored? Are you kidding me? I got more entertainment at my fingertips. I don't think I'll ever be bored. And Yeah, thanks. You too. Oh, you do? That's great. Well, if it's not too much of any... I found out recently that my favorite book series, Dragonstar Force, had, I really want to collect all the first editions, but it's hard for me to get them. I already tracked down Volume 1. Could you go buy it and bring it back here for me? They're these old science fiction fantasy books about space and good versus evil, and there's this team of heroes. Don't worry, you'll get your mom.
Mars, do you ever get songs stuck in your head? Sometimes I have to make up my own songs just to get rid of them. I think they'll really like them. Maybe this time, people will like my drawing so much that, oh my gosh, what if they're there forever and people like him so much, they make him a real... See you later, alligator.
This is Lux, huh? Do not want to see Sidonia's budget accommodations then.
Okay. Bye.
Growing up in Sidonia, you gotta be tough. Nah. But also, instead, we learn like my friend. Bye.
next?
What can I help you with?
Achieving orbit now.
3-star space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. All right, we're done. Have a good time.
Helix Green, ready to land.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
There's nothing in the settled systems quite like neon. Crazy, terrible, but never dull neon.
Have a good one.
Don't worry, your ship's in good hands.
There should be a sign, dump your Aurora here. You'd make a fortune if you put a net right under here, I'm not even kidding.
Don't move, Nesha!
What's this about? Cut the act. Sniffers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you stepped through.
All right, get up slowly and turn around. Try to run, and we open fire. So, what was the plan, Nesha? Smuggle the Aurora into Aquila City or New Atlantis?
No, I just forgot I was carrying it, is all. Honest mistake, right? Can't we just settle this right here? I can pay the usual.
We don't make the rules. That's Administrator Bayo's job. Now, shut up and start walking.
Move it! Let's go!
Devin and Astis has run into some trouble. Word to the wise? You don't want a piece of that.
Just one quiet day. That too much to ask for?
See? I told you. Look at this place. Ridiculous, right?
Why would someone open a mining supplies business on an ocean planet?
Exactly. I can't believe this place is still open. I give it a few more months before this loser packs it in.
Ah, don't be such a jerk. We should look around and see if there's something we can buy.
It's a wonderful day,
sure. You
my
want
welcome, my friend.
like that.
Isn't it obvious, my friend? I sell mining supply. Everything I sell is carefully portioned. The first time I'd laid eyes on this building, I felt the same way. You see, Yet here I am. Well, that would be a blessing, my friend. But You would do that for a total stranger? I've come up with an idea that I'm hoping will generate a lot of interest in my business. And if you could bring these flyers to some of the other vendors in Neon. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. I appreciate you. Certainly, my friend. Listen to me, my friend. I hear what the people say on the street. They call me crazy. I was aiming so much higher, hoping to attract these space travelers, passing through the Volai system on their It was stupid to assume I could corner the market on mining supplies and raw materials without a solid... I hope you have a glorious day, my friend.
What's up?
Hey there.
Something? Yeah? Fine. Yeah? Well, then let me spell. You either walked into the TA to buy some goods, sell some... So, instead of wasting my Getting caught? By who? Neon Security doesn't give a crap and... Look, let's stop playing. Nah, I don't think I want to get mixed up in that. Well, first of all, the outpost in Neon is hardly anything to be worried about. They have, what, like 4 men? And even if one of them got one way, is to leave an unattended cred stick on the counter. Yeah. Various employers post jobs to the mission boards for people like you to take up. For example, the Trade Authority pays... You'll find them in bars, usually near spaceports throughout the... Always happy to take your money. All right, buzz off. I'm busy. This better not be a waste of my time. Yes, let. You done here? Time to move on.
we don't have it, we can get it. Each of our unique starship models is expertly by the
So, why did you drag me in here? You good?
You said you wanted to buy something nice for your girlfriend, so here we are.
Yes.
You think I've suddenly inherited a fortune?
Are you sure you're in the right place? You certainly don't look like one of our usual clientele.
There's expensive, and then there's the Emporium. This place is in a class all by itself.
I cater to the high-end client. Affluent, intelligent, and successful.
I'll help you out, okay?
Oh, my apologies, then. Please forgive my disrespect. We have quite a few, shall we say, thugs that find their way. In fact, there's a particular Seoka member who calls himself Headlock, who repeated... The Seoka Syndicate, of course. I'm surprised you haven't run into any of them. They're a group of organized criminals who use threats and violence to push their own agenda. They're based out of Neon, but... Ah, yes, the authorities. Neon security.
The authorities on Neon are usually worse than the crooks.
Anyway, I've already taken up to... Oh? Well, maybe I'll give it some thought. Maybe. Oh, I carry all sorts of unique items from across the settled systems. Luxury products. I'm not one to... before I forget, I also pay top credits to travelers that bring me unique bauble. Oh my goodness, that's such a relief. You have no idea. Headlock's quite a dangerous gentleman. I believe you can find him hanging out somewhere in... Whatever it takes. Just don't go getting yourself killed. Anyway, that's really... I believe he's a newer member of Seoka. They pulled him up out of one of the street gangs that crawl through our sewers. If you're wondering how I know about that, he boasts about it every time. He's quite a large gentleman. Look, if he somehow... Exquisite goods for discerning tastes. Come back soon. You never know what we'll have for sale.
Look, man, have a heart. I can't pay right now, but I'll watch you next time.
Behold, the Emporium, Neon's premier center of all things. Ever look in the mirror and wish you could see another version of you?
So you're telling me I have to take my entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
That's right. Damn crate.
Alright. This is because I refuse to pay Bayou's ridiculous tariff on my goods, right?
Just take your job, load it back on your ship, and get the hell out of here.
If I don't deliver these goods, I'm going to lose thousands on this job.
Not my problem. Better get moving.
I know your type. The freewheeling spaces. Must be nice.
This is the last run to Neon I'm ever going to make. These tariffs and taxes are getting ridiculous. Mind leaving me alone? I have a ton of logistics to plan.
Enough of this. Give it back now.
Neon security! Stop immediately!
Hold it right there. You're under arrest.
I guess you're smarter than you look.
James Newell better watch his back. He's causing problems. No percentage in causing problems in Neon.
Got a problem? This area is for loading and unloading only. Keep moving.
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for your service.
Another day, another shift.
Original. Bored. Ever look in the mirror and wish you're comfortable and affordable, and with a crime rating of only 16%, your safety is almost guaranteed. So go out, have your fun, live your best life. Be here when
I really don't know if I can do this.
We have plenty of space available.
Welcome to the Hotel Volai.
Are you? I think you'll be That's the first thing that all...
My hotel is completely free from administrative influence, so you can rest assured that you'll be actually getting the best value for you. Well, almost every business in Neon is They claim that it's because Neon occupies such a prime location, having close proximity to...
But I think you and I both...
Indeed it does. And all it took was But that's a story for...
So, can I book you a room?
Maybe after you've rented a room for a few nights, I might let you in on my secret. Sorry. Oh, thanks. To tell you the truth, not really. And that's one of the consequences with the arrangement. He won't hassle me, but there's nothing I can do about my guests being hassled. As you can imagine, business... You mean the stuff Bayou leaves out of the brochures? Neon has 4 main districts. The ones where Bayou wants you to spend your credits are Bayou Plaza and Ikuchi Market. Those are the glitzy parts of town. Bayou Plaza is the section outside my doors, from the trade tower to the spaceport. Ikuchi Market runs from the Starport terminal to Ryujin Tower. Not quite as glamorous as the plaza, but still expensive. Then there's Upside, running the perimeter of the upper platform. Probably not the best. Finally, you have the Underbelly, the working class's domain. No, I don't think so. Upside's filled with a few decent clubs. Just watch your back. Most of the Underbelly is taken up by Xenofresh and Generdyne's facilities, but there are a few... Actually, Oh, you noticed that little thing? Yeah, that's Bayou's crown jewel. First of all, then you have exorbitantly priced offices for... And like the chair... Sounds good. got one with your name on it. How long are you planning on staying? Let me know if I can help you while you're visiting Neon.
They do say the hardest part is showing up. And I've done that.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel Volai. Your home where you go. Reliant Medical. It's time. All your hectic needs. Packaged food? Check.
How can I help you?
Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific goods, Rosa and I guarantee we'll beat Sieghart. Sieghart's Outfitters? Oh, come on. You don't have to pretend you haven't been to his poor excuse. Rosa Newell is my wife. We own this place together. Oh, I don't have a problem with this place. My problem is that man has absolutely no respect for the business community on Neon. He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group. A lot of the merchants in Neon belong to a small merchants alliance. It's nothing formal. It's just a bunch of us getting together to air our grievances and watch each other. By standing up to the lowlifes who come in here expecting me to just hand over all of my... I refuse to be run out of business or be forced to pay protection. Yeah, sure, if all you care about is yourself. Every payment Sieghart makes validates Neon Security's corruption. He's setting a bad precedent that many merchants... Anyway, sorry. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around... Here, let me see that. Oh, not a bad idea.
How are you doing? It's been a while since we had a chance to catch up.
Oh, okay, yeah. That'd be extremely helpful. Yes, of course. Just be careful when you're dealing with Sieghart. He can be surprising. I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbas processing. And that's where I met Rosa. She was my supervisor. But we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and we've been in love. I'd say the majority of the guards are rotten, and the few who aren't simply take a paycheck and look the other way. They have Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred of justice in this entire city. The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Sieghart said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time. It's obvious he... Best deals in town. Watch
Now,
your back out
James,
there.
I don't want you to get upset. But Administrator Bayou came by while you were out. Welcome to Newell's. Oh my, do I? That's awful. I should be taking better care of my customer. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich's. I don't believe he is, no. I think my husband has Dietrich all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do to survive. Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him. It's just a feeling that I have about Dietrich. I'm sure he's paying off Neon security because he has no choice. I can't afford to fight back like my husband expects. Well, thank you. I can't remember the last time a total stranger walked into our... It would be so lovely to see my James happy again. I suppose you can speak with him about it if you like. But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do? Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man, though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When we first opened our business here in Ikuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall... Oh, he'll be so upset for me telling you this. But it's such a funny story. I can't resist. James and I used to work on the Chasm Bass line at Xenofresh. We didn't do any of the Aurora extraction, just dealt with the leftovers. I was a supervisor on the line, and when the alarm went up that it had been stopped, I investigated. I find James inside a storage vat, up to his shoulders in stinky fish guts and blind as a bat. I had to walk him to the showers, strip his work clothes, and hose him down. When he saw me standing there, after the shift ended, we went out for a Terra brew and talked. A year later, we were married. Better times. Better times. Thank you for stopping by.
I had to chase more zone heads out of there today. I don't think they even knew what planet they were on.
They're just kids having fun, James.
Don't kid yourself, Rosa. Aurora isn't fine. It's a poison, and it needs to be taken off the streets.
James, please, it's not just the Aurora. It's Administrator Bayou. As long as he's in charge, the city will just get worse and worse.
So can all Vectera miners do all that?
I've had enough, Rosa. Seaguard's gone too far this time.
Oh, no, this again? James, you have to let it go.
Let it go? Why should I? Every time he pays NSEC, he enables them, Rosa. He's telling them it's okay to blackmail us. It's ridiculous!
It's the way things are, James. There's nothing we can do about it.
All right. I just wish things would change.
For all your hectic needs. Packaged food? Check. That's right. Plenty of proprietary meat.
Your dad's jumping in from where?
Paradiso. All this time we thought he was just being some miserable hermit on Aquila.
You think he finally regrets disappearing on you all those years ago?
No. I think he finally ran out of credits.
No wonder he's stocking
customer. Feel free to spend your credits. Yeah? You need something? If you're... Then you gotta be new in Neon, because it's only the most popular drink in the city. You should try one. I guarantee that once you taste it, you'll be hooked. Did you even bother to look at the shop's name before you stumbled in here? Legrand's Liquors? So I'm Legrand, that's me. No mystery, the name says it all. Look, I don't have time for chit-chat. I've got a lot of business to take care of, so if you don't mind hurrying this along, that'd be great. As soon as word gets out Blend is back in stock, it's going to be a stampede. Whatever, just hand it over. I'll look at it on my own time. Wakey, wakey, hello? I've got plenty in stock. Probably because you can't buy it anywhere else except at my shop. And I mean anywhere. It's got a special blend of And I'd love to be administrator of the city, but that... Let's get one thing straight. The recipe for Blend, if that's a letdown for you, then all I can say is... What are you, the nosy type? Why do you... But if you must know... Sorry? No, are you crazy? I've got a captive audience here. Business is booming. Got plenty of... ice cold drinks in stock. All day, all night.
Yeah.
Clover over at Kelcorp? She's too good for Neon. Sounds like she's trying to help someone or something. Honestly, I kind of tuned her out.
Feel like making a purchase today?
Oh, yeah. Those specs.
Neon. Some people love it. I spend too much time trying to stop bad guys here. Whole place just gives me a headache.
I'm not gonna say this twice.
Is there a type? Don't you have something better to do?
No. Hey, wait. You were there when those security assholes nabbed me. Please, have a... Am I guilty? No. I mean, yes, yeah, I'm hypothetically involved in Aurora smuggling. But who isn't, right? What's going on here is about more than some bullshit charges. Thank you. Oh, God. I gotta admit, I'm freaking out here. I've lost my job. I've lost my creds, and if I don't square things with Yannick Legrand, I'll lose everything else. Yannick is expecting a package. really not so legal. Don't worry, Yannick's loaded. He'll take care of you. Don't. You are a regular lifesaver. My crate's on Block O2 in Ebside. My authentication code is Alpha 3 Kilo 4. Just tell the manager and she'll key you in. The package is there, everything accounted for. Just take that to Yannick and hopefully this damn nightmare will be over.
You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet. You know that, right?
Benjamin Bayou is so not compensating for anything. Egomaniac. Astral Lounge. I mean, confession time. I used to blow off some steam there. Bad idea.
Quit staring. You're out there a lot, right? In space?
Unique, original.
We've been here an hour already. Maybe
Take
we
it
should
easy.
have figured out what you wanted before we came.
Take it easy.
Never thought I'd have the credits to be here.
You look great already.
I don't want to screw it
but
up.
everyone can use a face change once in a while.
Really don't know.
Welcome to Enhance. If you're tired of seeing that same old face in the mirror every morning and you're looking for something different, we can help. Our state-of-the-art machinery uses for a small, one-time fee.
I thought I did.
I'll take a look, but I won't make any promises, okay?
Plus, it's me, you know? It's one thing to screw up options on a ship.
Of course. That's... Unfortunately, once the process is complete, it can't be reversed. However, if you don't like your new look, you're always welcome to return to your...
You all are the best.
Ooh, sorry. No. Once the process is... But don't worry. Our system will allow you to see what you're gonna look like. Absolutely. We're proud to feature a no disfigurement guarantee. If for any reason our machine doesn't perfectly... Great. So, would you like to undergo a treatment? I actually owe this job completely to my girlfriend, Valentina Gurov. When I arrived here 2 years ago, I met her at the Astral Lounge. We talked. I told her I needed a job. It's a little... She's helped me out with this job, so... You have yourself an amazing day, okay?
Maybe I'll pick up Terra Brew while he makes up his mind.
I want to change my look a bit. Be honest. What on me would you change?
Oh, well, you've come to the right place. Well, if you want my recommendation, maybe you can change up your clothes a little bit. We have lots of options.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
And also, maybe some more eyebrows would work. Your cheekbones could also be a little bit higher. Your jaw could be sharper.
Okay.
I think that's about it. Oh, well, actually, maybe we could make your ears a little bigger. And maybe shrink your forehead. And also, maybe bring your hairline forward. But these are all just my recommendations, of course. You look amazing already.
Yeah, okay. Let's just do all of that.
Great! You'll love the new you.
Is there anything you can't do?
Sleep crates for rent? Be careful around here. Not everyone that stays in our sleep crates are reputable. If you're struggling, sleep crates are the budget accommodation choice of Neon. It's tight, it's got a smell that's an acquired taste. If you're in the market for a sleep crate, they sadly sell themselves because they're very, very cheap. That they do. It's the families that really get me. And when those families can no longer even afford a sleep crate, well, that's... You have the proper authorization code, and I'll let you into any place you like. I might even throw in a... I got it. And... authentication is all green. Look for C153. Before you go, I'm going out on a limb here and assuming your account's more flush than my usual clientele. I've got some evicted crates set up to go to the dump. Might be full of weak old Kazambas, or it could have the original Miguel Rafael Bailamos. Only one way to find out. You're welcome? That's what you say back, right?
Website's changed. Maybe it's just me.
What'll it be? You lost, kiddo? Yeah, well, make it quick. I ain't a fan of loot. I had some high hopes for this shop back when my husband and I opened it up. These days, if you ain't a regular, you're usually trouble. Snacks, drinks, odds and ends, typical convenience store fare. Thought we'd snag a few of the Astro Lounge clubgoers who might want something to go on their way home. Turns out we were more appealing to the local gangs. Course, something happened. Ain't that always the case? Let's just say those hopes died a long time ago, and there ain't no reviving them. And live in a UC? No thanks. Besides, I ain't about to let a few undesirables chase me away from what I've built here. Never heard of them. Now, are you gonna buy something or just annoy me all day? How am I supposed to know where he is? I hope I can trust you. I'm not an unreasonable person, you know. You just won't give up, will you? Yeah, I know Headlock can't stand them. And I heard some of the other Sioka can't either. That boy doesn't know how to keep himself out of trouble. What'd he do this time? You are so ignorant. They're not all bad apples like Headlock. In any case, if you're so desperate to find him, he and his friends are probably hanging out in Warehouse 4 or somewhere near there. I gotta ask, what are you gonna do with them? That's one way to punish him. You'll just bore him to death. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business to get back to. If you aren't gonna buy anything, you better run along. Check it out. Mostly tied up in those good-for-nothing gangs. Those disciples and strikers always fighting over who gets to run the place, and not giving a damn over whose lives they ruin. Solomon thought a small convenience store with cheaper prices would make a killing. Of course, the only killing made was when he got himself shot in a robbery. Now it's just me running this place, so you can see why I'm not a huge fan of strangers in my shop. I may not be on the main strip, but I make enough to keep me afloat. Lucky for me. Until next time.
I need a drink. Bothering me. Then you should stop. It's one of my rules, and it served me well. Besides, fact is, I'm not a good man. Yeah, keep things short. Don't drink on the job, drink every minute after. Never play cards with a street rat. Don't love what you can't respect. That's all I got. I work the warehouses. Clock in, clock out, mind my business. No, I'm not. Yeah, I bet you do. Later.
Remember what I said about Headlock?
I have some sleep crate units available for rent, but good for you. You can at least get some pride. And it just so happens we have a deluxe shipping crate that recently came on the market. Built for cargo, redesigned for people. Just the thing for a minimalist like yourself. It's an artist's way of saying less is more. Minimalism is about shedding life's excesses. One night in a sleep crate and your desires, comfort, and hygiene will molt away. Back to work, I guess.
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great. Doc Manning better get his act together before the place shuts down.
In the city that never sleeps.
Look, I ain't gonna stand around here all day, right? You want the stuff or not?
No customer. Bienvenue. Before you order, I have two simple rules you need. Oh, this is my place. That means everyone in here is under my protection. If you're buying drinks, you better have cash. Madame Sauvage.
Walking away. Do you want this stuff or not?
Finally, someone who listens and does what they're told. A rare commodity in it.
Thank you kindly, Madame Sauvage. You won't get any trouble from us.
So, what can Madame Sauvage get you? Have you come to try velocity, perhaps? It's nothing less than heaven in a glass. As though the universe itself was resting her lips on yours. My... Of course, of course. On my home planet, we have beautiful beaches. Now, science will tell you that this is from tiny microscopic organisms that are... I think it's a dance, a celebration. That is the essence of a love. Unfortunately, that will have to remain my secret for now. It's safe if the identities of the involved parties remain. Let's just say I was owed a substantial debt. Administrator Bayou has forbidden any place other than the Astral Lounge from selling Aurora. Now, if Euphorica wants to sell it in their members' lounge, or Legrand wants to mix it into blend, that's their choice. Moi, I prefer to stay off of Bayou's radar and keep near... But of course, mon chaton. Can I get you something? Something special for you, perhaps?
You don't have places like this in Aquila, that's for sure.
Astral Lounge?
What are you looking at? This? This is Ebside Striker's turf.
Only the upstairs. Don't bother, Micah.
Fine, upstairs. That's gang territory. Yeah, back in the day, you would... Yeah, you used to be people were afraid of the Strikers. We had it. Now the Disciples got us penned.
Andrea!
Fine, fine, fine. Do you have anything else, or are we done with it? We were one of the big dogs. We could take what we wanted and no one gave us shit. And Briggs? Total class act. Not a... I mean, the Strikers will rob you blind, and if you back us in a corner, you're gonna bleed. But the Disciples? Pfft, total nutjob animal. And the only people that... So you stroll in here and want to meet with Briggs? The nerve. Maybe you should meet with the business end of my shiv, huh, tourist?
No blood in my shop, Andrea. I'm this close to tossing the lot of you out on the street.
Fine, fine already. You're lucky. Only way you see Briggs... Oh, nothing. Joining us now is great. People are banging... You know, I'll just do that. This...
Got a second to chat? I'm in the market for a job that'll get me out of Neon. If you need some muscle on your crew, I might be. I think so. I've never been on one before, but I hear the space link. Damn, I really thought that was my shot.
You try a velocity yet? Oh, how many velocities did I have?
I wasn't doing anything. Hey there.
Don't mess.
You want to join us? We're a gang. You understand? Not some daring adventure bullshit you can brag to your friends about. People that come to us. That's smart. Let me tell you about us. What makes the Strikers different is we're family. It's us against every goddamn thing the world can throw at us. If you're in, we'll go through hell and back for you.
It's been a little too much of that hell going round.
Vogel, not the time. We do everything we can to make sure everyone's got a roof overhead and fish in their belly. I prefer we fleece the marks, not kill them. Better for everyone in the long run. But you do what you gotta do. Ebbside is where all the loser and sad stories end up once Neon and Administrator Bayou has used them up. Surviving here ain't easy. Sometimes blood's got to flow just to get food based on your plate. But we only take what we have to. Bye.
Strikers may be battered, but we ain't beaten yet.
Strikers look out for one another, right?
I hope you aren't here to cause any trouble. This place is like my second home.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. Head back to Bayou Plaza before the disciples get you. A gang. Worst gang there is. They'll stab you for kicks, taking bets on how long you squeal before you bleed out. And that's not a hyper whatchamacallit. They seriously did. We gotta look out for each other, right? Us crate rats used to think the Ebbside strikers were awful, with all the muggings and shakedowns, but kinda wish they weren't just hold up. I mean, yeah, they'll rob you blind, but at least they let you live. They're bad news, but compared to disciples, positive angels. Sure. So, for being so helpful, chance for what with the disciples? Can't blame a fellow for trying, right?
Don't make my job any harder.
What's up?
Ah, a customer. Feel free to spend... Oh, yeah, right. You're with Nesher. I know he got pinched. So if you are some undercover... Yannick's no one. Wait, you said package? So Nesher came through. Might be he's less... Who am I kidding? He's a bottom feeder. But when... Take the creds. I am non fuck. Yes. He is loyal. You look like talent. Serious talent. You are looking at the one and only maker of young... the kick is the problem. But you may be a solution. I'm thinking... You deliver the package for our good friend Neshar, you get things done, and I just got a feeling about you. Plus... Excellent. Yes. Blend needs Aurora, yes? And Aurora is totally illegal outside of the Astro Lounge. And really, really illegal off-world. If the Rangers catch you with Aurora on a ship, oh boy, that's a long time in the clink. And if the great Benjamin Bayou finds out you're selling it on the streets, even bigger trouble. But so far, I have outsmarted them all. And together, we can keep making loads of credit. This man thinks he owns Neon, the only player on the board. But he is too good to look in the gutters, so Yannick can carve out. Very, very good. Nesher's worthless to me now. Loyal, yes, but he'll be watched from... And my other employee, Felix... I think it is time Felix Sadler takes... Or maybe he tragically falls into the ocean, I don't care which. But you deal with him. And... Felix. Felix is a... He's been getting worse. It is called delegation. You make the right...
If we're doing this, I'd feel a whole side better if Felix makes it out in one piece.
Felix sacks up in some dingy warehouse in Ebside. You will find him there.
Seems like the Crimson Field is everywhere.
Alter your physical makeup. It's time to see yourself.
How you liking that laser gun?
Pew pew!
Don't tell Walter, but his company can make a hell of a ship.
Our office, I'm in the middle of some quarterly earnings analysis. Excuse me.
Feel free. I do like visitors, but Stroud Eklund doesn't.
Well, I should hope so. He and I are very famous. Oh, interesting question. Neon is the ultimate playground for people who have money. And Stroud Eklund... Originally, both the Stroud and the Eklund corporations made consumer goods. anything and everything a person could want. But after my husband and I married and merged the companies, we decided to make our mark on interstellar travel. And now the brand is nearly synonymous. I still get questions from reporters wanting to know just how we pulled that transition off. And my...
Catherine Lucian keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder. Murder. Yeah, right.
Are you gonna let me work, or are you gonna keep bothering me?
I think I got them. Oh, what do you call them? Corns? Yeah, I got corns.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
Are you supposed to be here?
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor. Huh, mothers, am I right?
Hey! You wanna dance? This place is insane!
Good?
The music is amazing!
Hell yeah! This is
Now,
awesome!
you're new here, aren't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of... Not at the Astral Lounge, my friend. In fact, this is the only place authorized to sell Aurora. And once you buy it, then what are we waiting for? Let's set you up. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure? That depends on if you're hungry or thirsty. Ah, a bit of a foodie, are we? I can't say I blame you. We're just as renowned for our cuisine here as... First, let me tempt you with our melon caviar. Delicates. And to finish, our lounge specials. Anything there, Sam? All right, well, I've got a couple of specialties of the house you might be interested in. First, there's our best seller, Sangria Astra. But if your palate is a bit more... That enough? Or... Of course, of course. Pretty amazing, isn't it? That's Borealis, only 19 years old, and yet she produces some of the most... I don't know where she gets her inspiration. Oh, Ben and I are good friends. He personally gave me the job here at the Astral Lounge. Oh, he's a good man. Cares a lot about the citizens of Neon. You can look, but we both know what you're here for. A bit of Aurora, right? Enjoy the lounge.
job to do.
And bingo. Let's see what we got.
There's a reason that you're disturbing me? Not that it's any of your business, but yes. I'm the administrator of Neon. Actually, there are a lot of perks that come with the job. But do you want one snap of my finger and people who ask too many questions get thrown off of the upper platform? I wouldn't normally bother with idle chatter, but that's such a ridiculous question. I'm going to gift you with a response. I don't own Neon. Neon is the property of Xenofresh Fisheries, of which I just happen to be the CEO and the major majority stakeholder. Now, if you'd care to take a moment to dissect that statement in your tiny little mind, I'm confident you'll discover the answer to your question. We're done here.
kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Yeah, Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel Volai, your home away from home here on Neon. Our beds are comfortable and affordable, and with the crime rate...
You covered. Our trained and certified physicians are qualified to assess and treat any physical ailment or...
Hey there. Got the shakes, huh? Don't worry. Doc Manning will fix you up.
Is it that
What
obvious?
can Reliant Medical do for you?
Yeah, haven't zoned in like a week. My whole body feels like it's...
Oh my goodness. All right. Tell me what happened to you.
The doc. He isn't gonna, you know...
Unfortunately, yes. You see, the more aurora that a user absorbs, the more resistance their body builds up to its active ingredients. That means the user needs larger and larger doses in order to... Eventually, the doses get so incredibly large, the user's nervous.
I'll just rest until the doctor
Oh.
can talk to me.
Well, that's quite unusual, but you're welcome here just the same. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but I'm afraid... I can assure you it isn't by choice. You see, I'm a bit at odds with the current administrator of Neon. We've argued about it. I've spoken to the people at Reliant Medical Corporate, I've talked to the Freestar Rangers, I've even gone to the Freestar Collective Council. Every answer is always the same. There is, actually, but it requires outside assistance. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Volai system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supply. Now, if there's anything... I wouldn't mind a bit of extra traffic as long as the supplies allow for it. A few extra credits never hurt. Aurora stimulates the neural circuits in the brain, specifically targeting the neurotransmitter serotonin in the prefrontal cortex. This causes significant sensory hallucinations, both auditory and visual. That's the enticement factor. As you can imagine, this state is highly addictive, and the user gets stuck in a vicious cycle. They need more Aurora to satisfy their cravings. That would be amazingly helpful. Oh, and I'll pay you directly for... I use the proceeds from my paying customers. And by cutting a few expenses here, it's not a bother really. There's nothing to worry about. As long as packages aren't coming off a commercial vessel, That's why this has to be done slowly and methodically. Don't worry about me. You just watch yourself. Administrator Bayou doesn't like people. Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system. Abby Edding? She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing. Try not to get hurt out there.
But here at Reliant Medical, we've got your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP and A.
Got those two. Just don't even bother with them.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow. Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Right here is one of the best posts in Neon.
Just 3 more paychecks.
Transfer is complete, Miss Daisel. Welcome to the Tire
I know Tayo's got a rep for being pure style, no substance. But man, their ships are beauts.
Tayo is simply the best.
decision of your life.
So I can take it for a spin now?
It'll be at the spaceport before you get there, fully topped up with helium-3, so yay! No ship's better in the settled system. People spend their whole lives dreaming of... And I know, right? Are you ready to make your dreams come true? The founders of Tayo were visionaries that looked at the star yards around, and Neon had... So they worked... Now Tayo... Excellent. If you decide to buy, we'll have your new ship all polished up. We have the finest ship...
I just can't decide.
Yes, yes. Welcome to the Tayo... I am this close to tendering my... You cannot rush Oh, sorry. Math I understand. Engineering is what... People are a bit of a lost art. We're a bit on edge. A deadline approaches. What we do here is explore where poetry meets engineering. But the pain we go through to get there... Unless you're hiding a doctorate diploma in spacecraft engineering on your... But I've already vented to a complete stranger enough. Hello. What? The fancy boy? He has barely learned his letters, and they assign him to... All he cares about are cheap thrills. A more ergonomic pilot seat? Really? We are building the future here. And other offices tackling different problems. We have a distributed model of development. Vern and I are working on We're done then. Good.
Where else is art and science married so perfectly? Unless I miss my, word of advice? It is tough for anyone to live up to her example. Even Dara herself. She pioneered things like seamless heat shielding with high-tech composites to distributing. It is a delicate time. Always with the dead. We're also supposed to be designing things to get people revved up. Instead, we actual human politeness? What a novelty in this office.
If you have your own ship, we're always looking for bulk resources.
The Star Yards have negotiated a set price with the Trade Authority. Twice the market. Most contractors either represent mining companies or are miners themselves.
But really, As a first-time contractor, I am required by law to let you know that every Star Yard offers the same terms.
But obviously, you should deal with us.
Depending on your cargo hold size, you may need to make several trips to fulfill the order. So what we need is lead. We need a small shipment, 500 units of it.
Excellent. This invoice has the details. Dara is taking a very hard look at thrusters. How they work. Bold stuff. But it's...
Let me see your manifest. We'll unload that from your ship right now.
Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Oh yeah! Boost packs.
Here to purchase some mining goods? Ah! Thank you Thank you for taking the time. Farewell, my friend. And tell everyone we have plenty of mining supplies in stock.
Wanna head to Euphorica after work tonight?
Nah, I'm feeling
Come
a
on
little
in,
burnt out.
please. Have a
I
good
think I
look
need a break.
around. Welcome to Zighart's outfit.
Watching lightning hit the span.
You know, that actually sounds like a good idea.
Great.
The question should really be, what don't we sell?
It's a day.
We carry a wide assortment of equipment perfectly suitable for stellar exploration and extraplanetary excursions. Best selection in Neon. An artifact? Are you making this up? Well, like I said, if I don't have it, you don't need it. But I have a lot of I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers. So take your time. Thank you for noticing. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between, this is a prime You'd think that, right? Unfortunately, I'm barely scraping by. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my... So why don't you help? Yes, I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't... But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. So, really, I don't have a choice. Easy for him to say. He doesn't have my debts. If I don't pay Dexler, I might lose my inventory. And why is that? Rosa said that? I remember when her and James first started. They were very... Okay, you've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his and tell the Neurals I will come to the next meeting. You can't stand up to Neon security.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future.
Packaged food?
Hey there. Well, we're fully stocked and ready to sell. Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was... Meanwhile, I was so damn stubborn, I made this whole thing harder than it had to be.
Given you almost went blind, working with half a kilo of fish guts in your eye. Yeah.
And I'd still be wandering around that storage vat helpless. Thanks for your help on this. The merchants, I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in this. I had to chase more zone heads out of here today. I don't think they even knew what planet they were on.
They're just kids having fun, James.
Don't kid yourself, Rose.